Greg, thanks so much for making the time. I really appreciate what you're doing. Tell me about your new film.
New film is Vigilantes Inc., America's new vote suppression hitmen. And the latest threat, really dangerous, hardly been covered in the press. But under laws in Georgia and several other states, individuals can just challenge the vote of another person, and they can do thousands of challenges. So I can say, Ennis, you shouldn't be allowed to vote in California. You don't really live here. Okay, that's a personal challenge. Under these vigilante laws, you would have to go into your county office, prove you are who you are. Now, here's the trick. Almost everyone is being challenged is non-white. You're talking Black people, Hispanics, Asian Americans, and including, and by the way, also a lot of American natives too. So, for the group that's at the center of this attack on voters is called True the Vote. They made that film 2,000 Mules, which was, launched at Mar-a-Lago. Now, 2 years ago, I did a preliminary version of the film, exposed the game. There were 88 vigilantes. They challenged 180,000 people. One woman, as you'll see in the film Vigilantes Inc., one single woman challenged 32,000 people. Just sent in an email and blocked 32,000 people from voting. Another guy, who is, by the way, the vice chairman of the Republican Party in Georgia, he challenged 4,000 voters. Most of them were Black soldiers out of Fort Benning. One woman challenges 32,000 voters, another challenges 4,000 voters. This is going on. Now, it was 88 challengers 2 years ago. They've now signed up 40,000 challengers. They've already, as of August 2 of this year, True the Vote's vigilante vote challengers have already blocked the registration of 851,000 people. Almost no one is discussing it. Mark Elias, I will say that Kamala Harris just hired him this week as we're speaking to challenge these challengers, but it's just murder. So that's the biggest, I think that's the biggest threat to our democracy right now. Forget the January 6th nut cases and the guys with the horns and stuff like that. The real danger are vigilante vote challenges.
Is there anything that we can do about it at this point?
Yeah. Number one, protect your own registration. So the first thing you do is you check your registration. I don't care if you've been voting in the same place for 20 years. I want you to check your registration. Go to saveyourvote.org. Saveyourvote.org. You can do two things. You can check your registration. The other thing you can do is download my film, Vigilantes Inc., which we'll make available for free, no charge. Download it on September 13. My producers, Martin Sheen, my favorite president, President Bartlett, and George DiCaprio, and with the help of Leonardo DiCaprio, you can download the film Vigilantes Inc. without charge.
That's great. Thanks so much for taking the time to tell us about this, and congratulations on your film.
Thank you.
You're telling me 2,600 miles away, 2 days for an election, that if I want to vote, all I have to do is show up and prove as an American citizen that I have the right to vote again?
Is this an attempt to remove a lot of Democrats, Black people from voting to win the election?
I am far from that, sir, and you have crossed the line.
And today to come out and not be able to vote and no one can give you an explanation, like, it's extremely emotional and it bothers me. It bothers me to my core.